How to make a woman miss you. 5 practical approaches. When it comes to building or rekindling a connection with a woman, whether it's an ex you'd like to reconnect with, someone you're currently dating, or even someone who has started to drift away, it's natural to wonder how to make her miss you. In this video, I'll share 5 actionable strategies that tap into female psychology and create the foundation for a deeper, more meaningful bond. We'll explore what truly stirs feelings of longing and attraction, setting the stage for a connection that feels both compelling and authentic. Many believe that winning a woman's heart is as simple as making her feel happy all the time. However, if that were the case, why do so many nice guys, the ones who consistently go out of their way to be supportive and kind, find themselves overlooked? The truth is that these men often misunderstand a key element of emotional connection. What I'm about to share may feel counterintuitive, but it's an essential truth that many overlook. Creating a lasting bond isn't about keeping her in a constant state of happiness. Instead, it's about guiding her through a range of emotions. Women are drawn to emotional variety. Think about why dramatic TV shows or novels are so captivating. It's the twists, turns, and emotional ups and downs that keep viewers engaged. The same principle applies to relationships. While positivity is important, a relationship that only offers one type of emotional experience, no matter how good, can eventually lose its appeal. Just as no one wants to eat the same meal every single day, a connection that feels emotionally repetitive can become dull. To truly create a connection that makes a woman miss you, it's important to engage her on a deeper, more dynamic, emotional level. Now, before we dive into the strategies, let's clear up a common misconception. Many men fall into the trap of unintentionally positioning themselves as a woman's safety net. For instance, frequently checking in with messages like, "How are things going?" or staying overly present in her life may seem like a good way to stay on her radar. You might think that being available will make her miss you when you're gone, but in reality, this approach often backfires. Instead of making her long for you, it reinforces the idea that you're always there, someone she can rely on, but not necessarily yearn for. Another misstep is trying too hard to evoke nostalgia. For example, some men bring up past experiences, saying things like, "Remember our trip to Hawaii?" While this might seem like a good way to remind her of happy times, it can come across as emotionally manipulative, as if you're forcing her to feel a certain way. This can actually lower your perceived value and even push her away. The key to making a woman miss you isn't about being overly available or forcing emotional responses. It's about creating space and engaging her in a way that feels natural, yet impactful. Let's explore 5 strategies to do just that. 5 strategies to create emotional connection and longing. 1. Give her space. It's tempting to stay in constant contact, but giving her room to breathe is essential. When you step back, it allows her the opportunity to reflect on your value in her life. Absence truly can make the heart grow fonder, but only when it's paired with meaningful interactions when you're present. 2. Engage her emotions, not just her logic. Instead of focusing solely on rational conversations, tap into her emotions. Share stories, experiences, or even moments of vulnerability that resonate on a deeper level. Emotional engagement creates lasting memories that linger even when you're not around. 3. Prioritize quality over quantity. Spending time together doesn't need to be constant, it needs to be meaningful. Focus on creating memorable experiences rather than trying to fill every moment with interaction. This keeps her anticipating the next time you're together. 4. Show confidence through independence. One of the most attractive qualities is a sense of independence. When you're confident in pursuing your passions, goals and interests, it shows her that you have a life outside of the relationship. This not only keeps her intrigued, but also makes her appreciate the time you do spend together. 5. Be unpredictable in positive ways. Keep the relationship exciting by occasionally introducing new experiences or surprises. Whether it's trying a new activity together or simply sending an unexpected, thoughtful message, small moments of unpredictability keep her engaged and intrigued. By incorporating these strategies, you'll create an emotional journey that fosters connection and keeps her thinking about you even when you're apart. This isn't about manipulation, it's about creating a dynamic, meaningful relationship where both people feel valued and engaged. So, are you ready to make her miss you in a way that strengthens your bond? Let's get started. 1. Be proactive. One of the first things I teach the men I work with is to start doing things that will make a woman miss you before she has a chance to. This is about being proactive and setting the stage early on, long before you want her to miss you. This is what I call a preventative approach. What exactly does this mean? Consider it like constructing emotional time capsules. These are little intentional activities. Take actions during your time together that will evoke memories of you later. For example, fragrance is one of the most effective methods to do so. Our sense of smell is intimately linked to memory. I usually advocate wearing a characteristic fragrance around a woman. Whether it's Chanel, Polo, or CK, go with a scent that is distinct but not extremely prevalent. When she smells the same aroma somewhere else, it will instinctively trigger memories of you. We've all had this experience before. A certain perfume or cologne serves as a reminder. We once knew someone. This is one of the most basic techniques to establish an emotional anchor that will remind her of you while you are not around. Another wonderful tactic is to make inside jokes. Create a little world with her, using unique references that only the two of you understand. These small moments will form a lasting emotional bond. 4 common experiences and emotional connections. Another way to make a woman miss you more is to create emotional connections that only the two of you share. These special times where you get her to open up and discuss topics she hasn't shared with others. This will cause her to associate those emotions with you. When those sensations return, she will think about you and be attracted back. These emotional connections might be as easy as sharing inside jokes, recalling a cherished moment, or engaging in a personal conversation that strengthens your bond. When you create these moments, they leave an impact on her, so when she goes through similar emotions or events, she will remember you fondly. This strategy is best used from the beginning. However, even if you're far into a relationship or seeking to rekindle things, something as simple as wearing a new perfume might evoke new memories. If you're in contact with an ex, these minor modifications can help redefine how she recalls you and keep you in her thoughts. If you're seeking more approaches like these, check out my channel's Triangle of Attraction video, where I go in depth on ways for creating emotional time capsules in every discussion. Please feel free to check it out. For more tips, leave on a high note. The second approach you should remember is to always end on a positive note. This is especially important if you're reuniting with a lady who has distanced herself, whether she's an ex-girlfriend or someone you want to renew your relationship with. When she answers positively, whether via text, phone conversation, or agreement to meet for coffee, many men fall into the trap of overstaying their welcome. The aim here is to leave her with positive thoughts towards you. It's tempting to believe that the longer you stay, the more you can enhance the positive vibes, but that's rarely how things work. Consider it like ascending a hill. At first, the interaction is enjoyable and engaging, and you're gaining momentum. However, if you stay too long, you start to descend the hill, and the enthusiasm fades into complacency, or worse, discomfort. What typically happens, especially when guys are genuinely into a female or are stuck in emotional quicksand, is that the more time they spend together, the more probable it is that their neediness will surface. You might begin saying something like, "Why don't we give this another chance?" or increasing pressure in ways that undermine what you've built. Her behavior causes her to withdraw and depletes all of the positive energy you've generated. The solution is straightforward. Be conscious of your timing. Make it a practice to depart while things are still going smoothly. Set a mental timer for how long you'll stay or talk, and always be the one to end the interaction, even if she contacted you first. For example, if she texts you and asks how your day was, react quickly and have a pleasant transaction, and then be the one to call it off. This leaves her wanting more rather than feeling satisfied. It's a simple yet effective action that many men ignore, but it may make a significant difference in keeping women interested and involved. 6. Mysteries and subtle jealousy. The third method for making a lady miss you combines mystery and subtle jealousy. Many men make the mistake of being overly blatant in their attempts to elicit jealousy. For example, if you're speaking with an ex and casually remark that you're going on, she'll see right through your intentions if you go on many dates or spend weekends with other ladies. This comes across as emotionally manipulative and will not elicit real interest. Rather, it will indicate that you are trying too hard. So, how do you instill true jealousy without being overbearing? The answer resides in mystery. For example, suppose she checks your social media and notes you're at a concert, but there's no mention of who you're with. Immediately, questions will arise in her head. Who is he with? Is he on a date? Uncertainty sparks interest, and eventually jealousy. She can't figure it out, so she keeps thinking about you. My friend Ken provides an excellent illustration of this. He went to a John Legend performance with a male buddy because his friend's girlfriend was unable to attend. Ken shared a photo of the concert on social media without indicating who he was with, and every lady he interacted with assumed he was on a date. That subtlety worked, creating suspense without being obvious, and it spurred curiosity was expressed in a natural manner. Similarly, when chatting to an ex or someone you're trying to reconnect with, say something like, "I went skiing last weekend," but don't reveal who you went with. If she presses for details, simply claim you went with a friend and let her imagination fill in the gaps. This generates a sense of mystery and keeps her intrigued. Create mystery and curiosity. To create mystery, leave her guessing about what's truly going on in your life. One simple but powerful strategy is the apple. For example, when you're out, post a photo of a beer and an apple tea on the table with the phrase, "Cheers to a great KN." The apple tea implies you're with someone, but you don't say anything outright. This seeds the concept in her mind without confirming it, leaving her to wonder. That's the power of mystery. By mastering the combo of mild envy and mystery, you may keep her intrigued and thinking about you long after the talk has ended. 8. Create competition. Another method to make a lady missing you involves fostering rivalry, not through blatant jealousy, but by creating the impression that others are striving for your attention. When a woman believes she has complete control over your emotions, or that you are waiting for her, she loses interest. She instinctively understands that she has power over you, and if she believes you're always available, even after pushing away or breaking up, she will take it for granted. Consider this. If you've ever had the upper hand in a breakup, you might feel the same power when a woman pulls away. She believes she has the same influence over you, but if you can discreetly demonstrate that she does not have as much control as she thought, she will begin to feel lured back in. Instead of staying at home waiting for her to contact you, pursue a new interest or activity such as golf, tennis, or travel. Showing that your life is full and enjoyable without her adds a sense of competitiveness. When she sees you enjoying life and having fun without her, she'll wonder if he made a mistake by leaving, as opposed to the guy who is caught in a rut waiting for her to return. When you see her or speak to her, you'll see a difference. The sparkle in your eyes as you discuss your new activities or the life you're creating. This change in your life shows her that she is no longer your top priority, and the power dynamic has shifted. Now, she has to compete for your attention, and she will mourn the version of you she felt she could control. 9 will be different. The 6th and the final strategy is to be unique. One of the most powerful tactics I teach in my videos is to shift the dynamic that a lady expects from you. When a woman believes she has influence over you, she begins to anticipate specific behaviors. These are what I call relationship norms, which create a power dynamic in her favor. For example, if you usually text her back right away, are always available when she calls, or continuously listen to her issues, your conduct can become predictable and, over time, less appealing. So, how do you shatter it? Change things up and break the rules to increase predictability. For example, you may not react to her texts as quickly, or you may be unavailable when she wishes to get out. These minor actions gently shift the power balance, making her wonder if she still has the same sway over you. Another method to be unique is to change features of your look or personality. For example, suppose you didn't have a beard when you were together. Growing one now provides her with a different version of you, and that subtle shift can create intrigue. The same is true for how you dress. If she's used to seeing you in casual clothes and you meet her looking sharp in a suit, her perception of you changes instantaneously. These modest but significant changes keep you from being predictable and demonstrate that you are progressing. This piques her interest in the new you, and she will begin to miss the things over which she no longer has influence, such as changing your appearance. Being unusual, whether breaking old habits or surprising her with a new talent or pastime, keeps her on her toes, wondering what she's up to. Missing the conclusion. So there you have it. 5 efficient techniques to make any lady miss you, assuming you learned something from this video. Don't forget to like and comment below. Thank you for watching.